When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves. When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. It's the Make We Talk program. A beautiful, beautiful Monday night to you all. A bloody Monday evening in Kingston City, Jamaica. But of course, what's going on in our country, it does not look good. It does not look good. Does not look good at all. And I just want to say good night to everyone who's just joining us. Good night to all our family and friends, wherever you are, listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. It's the Make We Talk program. I start off this evening, as I normally start off an evening on the Make We Talk program. We're going to have a special guest coming on. A lot of people may say, why am I inviting so much PNP people? They are the one who wants to come on. They are the one who I asked to come on. When I send invitation out to members of the Jamaica Labour Party, they don't return your messages, they don't return your calls. So other people will come on the program. And this program don't belong to any political party. This program belongs to the people of Jamaica. And tonight we're going to have a special guest on tonight. But before we have the guests come on tonight, I just want to tell you something here. I'll show you something here. That this morning I got up and the first news that reached me is a shooting on Mullines Road. As a matter of fact, the call wake me up this morning. I got the call this morning pertaining to that shooting. And I was wondering if I should really run this breaking news pertaining to the shooting this morning. I did it. And when I ran the breaking news this morning about the shooting on Mullines Road, Lo and behold, I get the more details of it. A member of the Jamaica Defense Force was gunned down. But before he succumbed to his injuries, he used his motor vehicle to hit those two thugs, hit them and kill them with his motor vehicle. But you know something? It is 55 persons, I think, has been murdered since the start of this year in this country. 55 Jamaicans have been murdered in this country since the start of the year. 55 Jamaicans have been murdered since the start of this year. And it begs to ask the question, will there be an end to the barbaric and brutal murders that is taking place in this country? It doesn't matter where you live, whether you live inside of Jamaica or outside of Jamaica. Anywhere in the world you go, you're a Jamaican. And when you see these things happening in our country, your heart grieves. Your heart grieves to see what is going on in this country. And there is no end at the tunnel to stem Jamaica's crime problem. Quite frankly, the two political parties are unable to stem Jamaica's crime problem. But what is facing this current administration is that the leader and the prime minister of this country tell the Jamaican people that he can let us sleep with the windows and door open. And that have never happened. Give me a moment here, please. One moment, please. Apologize about that. Where our special guest is Mrs. Andrine Higgins of Northeast St. Catherine. She's a candidate for the Northeast St. Catherine constituency. She's representing the People's National Party. She'll be our special guest tonight. And at 8 p.m., we're going to have our special guest, another special guest, my good friend, Major Robert Finzi Smith. We're going to speak about the gun down of a Jamaican citizen, alleged by police officers. It's alleged at what, Rubies or Reebies? We're going to speak about that. When you have a prime minister telling the Jamaican people that he can let them sleep with the windows and door open, you ask questions. You ask questions. What is next in this country? I want to say good night to all our friends and family over there on TikTok. I think we're live on TikTok. I need to get an administrator on this channel here, you know. I need to have somebody help. Oh, hold on for me. I'm on a JLB General Secretary. Yes. We're live on TikTok. I can see that we're live on TikTok. And I'm waiting on my guest to come on, Mrs. Andrine Higgins. She is going to be our special guest tonight. Waiting on her to join us here on the platform. But we're talking about the brutal killings in our country. The brutal murders of Jamaicans in this country of ours. On what is next in this country. Are we going to get up every morning or every day and hear that people are gunned down in this country as if they are blackbirds? Is that the case? We need to know. And until we as Jamaicans get up and speak out of what is going on in this country, then I'm sorry. You can see where the Guardian newspaper in London has picked up this story about what is going on in Spanish Town. Yet, in the heart of Times Square in New York, Jamaica's world-class Minister of Tourism pictures all over the place. Jamaica's Prime Minister Jamaica's Prime Minister or Jamaica's Minister Jamaica's Minister of Tourism. His photograph is all over Lower Manhattan, in the heart of Times Square, I should say. While Jamaicans are facing every day a crime-ridden country. A crime-ridden country. A country that is faced with every day you get up. Every day you get up, one Jamaican have been murdered in this country. And I ask the question every day of my life. Is this country the country that we want to live, raise, and work family? When a prime minister promised the people of this country that he can have them sleep with the windows and door open. And until now, Jamaicans can't do that. One man treading dead like a dog. I don't want Mrs. Andrine Higgins to hear me talk the way how I speak sometime on this platform. But let us welcome Mistress Andrine Higgins, Comrade Andrine Higgins of the People's National Party, caretaker for Northeast St. Catherine. Welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you. Hi. How are you?
I am doing good, apart from every day I get up, either somebody waking me up early in the morning and said, Jeffrey, there's another person gone down in this country. Can you run a breaking news?
Oh boy, what a way to start the year. But anyway, Jeffrey, I know the year is old, but Happy New Year and all the best for 2025. I hope this will be a great year for all of us.
I hope so too. Happy New Year to you and your family too, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for having me on. You know, it's an opportunity to really get the word out there for those who don't know me, to be able to introduce myself and to really speak to the people of Jamaica, but specifically the people of Northeast St. Catherine that I so eager to serve.
Mm-hmm. I must apologize on the behalf of my co-host, Wilfred Radigan, who wanted to come on to really listen to you and ask you some questions, but he has another engagement that he has to take care of. So I apologize on his behalf.
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
What
so
I wanted,
Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Let me just briefly just introduce myself so
I was going
that
to say that to you. Go ahead.
persons that is on the platform will get an idea of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So the name is Andrine Higgins, as you said earlier on. I'm the MP caretaker for Northeast St. Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
However, I am a daughter of the soil. I was born and raised in a little place called Cocoa Walk, real country. And I think we got the name Cocoa Walk because back in the day, we used
Yes.
to have a cocoa. As we
Oh.
know, cocoa is one of the most thriving things in terms of globally market where agriculture is concerned. But we'll get into that a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I have to mention, I always mention my grandfather. I grew up with my grandfather in that same little place called Cocoa Walk. But the reason I tend to mention him so much is that he is a household name.
Yes.
He is a
Olive,
man to carry everybody to the market. So,
is it Oliver Blair or Blair? Something like that, yes?
no, Oliver Bailey, man. I have to
Oliver
say,
Bailey, yes.
you have to say the Oliver right, you know. You can't say Oliver. Because a lot of people will look at you and like, who the hell is Oliver? You have to say Oliver, Oliver Bill, the market truck driver. Yes,
Yes.
butcher. So I am his granddaughter, and I'm really proud to be able to be in the position to put myself forward
Mm-hmm.
because so many times we sit on the fence. So many times we have all the reasons and all the things why things are going bad, but we are not putting ourselves forward to represent. And I'm
Yes.
really glad that I've put myself in. It's not easy. It's not an easy game at all, at all. However, I am up to it. I'm up to the fight because I am from Northeast and Northeast St. Catherine deserves better. We
Mm-hmm.
are one of, if not the most neglected constituency in Jamaica, and we deserve so much better.
Who is the JLP person in that area?
Carencia Morrison.
Oh,
Yes.
and the way how she speaks as if prosperity is blooming in that constituency, Comrade
Well,
Higgins.
before I get into everything, I must pause for a minute. I have to do this. It is very, very important.
Go ahead.
Lost earlier on last week, I think last week Tuesday to be exact, the mother of Northeast St. Catherine, Phyllis Mitchell. She was the first as a woman to serve in Northeast and the first since 1974 to serve for the People's National Party. She was the heart and soul of Northeast St. Catherine. Everywhere you go, whether you use PNP, JLP,
Mm-hmm.
no P, you hear about Phyllis Mitchell. And I must say, use this platform to say, on behalf of all the constituents of
Mm-hmm.
Northeast St. Catherine, my sincere condolences to her family, and let them all know that we're keeping the family in prayers and we will never, ever forget Phyllis Mitchell in Northeast St. Catherine.
Before you go any further, comrade, let me make something, a little announcement here. A friend of mine just sent me a message as if he's blocked on the platform. I did not do so. I have no administrator who did so. So I don't know what's going on. I think you need to go out and come back in. For those who are just joining us, wherever you're listening, watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, this is the Make We Talk program. For those who are on TikTok, welcome to the program. For those who are on Facebook, welcome to the program. We're speaking to Mistress Andrine Higgins. She is a member of the People's National Party. She's the caretaker for Northeast St. Catherine. You tell us everything about you a while ago. A whole mouthful. Your grandfather used to plant cocoa and all those things. Tell us now, what the plans you have for that. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? I don't know what's going on. I don't think she's hearing me. Are you hearing me? I think
Hello,
there's.
not sure if you're hearing me, but I
I
can't
am
hear
hearing
you.
you. I am hearing you. I think what you need
Not
to
sure
do.
what has happened there, but
I think maybe you get
I'm
a
not
phone call
hearing
or
you.
something. Oh Lord, I don't know what's going on. I think she have a phone call that came in and hit her out. I think you are you hearing me now?
Hello? Are you
Oh
hearing
Lordy.
me?
I am hearing you loud and clear, yes.
I'm not hearing you, and my mic is on, so I'm
What you
not
need to do
sure
is
what is happening.
go
Go back
out
out
and
and come back in? Will do. Let me do that.
yes. Yes. I don't know what's going on here, but the devil is a liar. We're going to try and get reconnected with Comrade Higgins to come back on the platform here. We're speaking to her about her candidacy for Northeast St. Catherine. For those who are just joining us, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share up the live feed. Share up the live feed. Share up the live feed. For those who are just joining us, share up the live feed. I want to say good night to one of my producers, Walking in Divine Purpose. Welcome to the program. To
Now
my
I
good,
hear you.
no, you heard me. I think
Yes,
what happened.
not
I
sure
think.
what's going on here, but we're gonna have it. It's gonna happen.
Oh yes. I think what happened. Whenever you get a phone call on your thing,
Oh
it will
my.
hit it. Yes.
Yeah, and I put it in airplane mode, because I wanted us to try and avoid that, but not sure.
Yes.
So if anyone is on live and is listening and really want to say something to me, please hold all of that until we have concluded this interview. Thank you very much. Okay.
Indeed. Okay. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things now.
Yes.
Why did you decide to enter politics?
Um, my life has been a life of service. And when
Uh-huh.
I say that, from as early as about 10 years old, I joined the Builders Club, which is the baby arm of Kiwanis. I have
Mm.
been a Kiwanian. I am that kind of person. One of my motto is service above self.
Yes.
The truth be told, outside of the fact that I'm service oriented, over the years, I've always gone back to the community, go to visit my grandfather on a yearly basis. So sometimes 2 or 3 times for the year, I would be going back to Northeast St. Catherine, specifically to Cocoa
Mm-hmm.
Walk. And Jeffrey, when I look at the fact that not much has changed, not much had changed. I mean, I used to carry water on my head. And today in
Hmm.
2025, I still
Mm-hmm.
see young girls who, when I look on them, I see myself still carrying water. It's not so much on the head anymore, but it might
Mm-hmm.
be in a bottle, it might be in a jug. So, one of the driving forces for me to really enter the arena, specifically
Mm-hmm.
for Northeast St. Catherine, and I want the Northeast St. Catherine people to hear me loud and clear.
Yes, indeed.
Only seat in the entire Jamaica that I have or had an interest in. So even if I was being given safe seat or not too safe a seat, my heart and my soul is for the people of Northeast St. Catherine. We deserve better and we can do much better. We have the resources to do so much better.
Mm-hmm.
One of our biggest assets in Northeast St. Catherine is our farmers. But yet still nothing is being done because for one, we don't have no roads.
Mm.
And PJ Patterson says, and I will repeat it at all times,
Yes.
there can be no development without road development. Cannot. So unless we get the roads in place, which in my mind, I could be wrong, Northeast St. Catherine has some of, if not the worst roads in Jamaica.
So so
And
so
for
so
all of us feeling the road crisis right now, we know.
uh-huh.
But that is where I go every day. That is where I leave my home, 10 o'clock every single day, and go into the constituency. Whether I'm going to Mount Industry, whether I'm going to Troja, whether I'm going to Geisel. And everywhere I go, Jeffrey, every single where, the roads are in a deplorable condition. How? And I'd like the authorities to tell me, how is it our farmers are going to get their produce to the markets? How are we going to get our farmers to cash in when the PNP becomes the next government into the logistics hub? How? If we don't have no roads? So that is one of the biggest thing. As a matter of fact, that is one of the first thing. And I've already spoken to our leader where that is concerned. He did a tour sometimes last year, and he was in awe to see the condition of the roads in Northeast St. Catherine.
But
So,
I thought the former world class minister of finances pay carpet all over the place, carpet.
well, I don't know where the carpet is. What I can tell you is happening now, though. What I can tell you now, and it is only happening because we are months away from the election. I see a little patch in here and a little patch in there. To me, it is pitchy patchy. That's what I call it, because there's a stretch of road, and I'm specifically going to speak about it, the Riversdale Main Road. And one of the reasons I'm also bringing it up on your program, couple of days ago, I was traveling on the road, and they're doing some sort of pitching and patching here.
Mm-hmm.
And something that came across to me, which I deem as very vulgar, I see the workmen in the member of parliament shirt patching the roads. And as usual, I always, from I reach Bagwalk, my window down, because I don't know who are going to sit to give a ride. Who going to say, oh, Andrine, where you go? You go up? Where I
Mm-hmm.
can say, come on. I can see somebody a bag taller. We say, you go up, so where you go? And I say, come. So my window is always down. But there was a little dust. So I had to bring up the window a little bit. But when I reach to them, I bring down the window. I say, I want to do it. Because sometimes I stop and give them a little something to buy
Yes.
a water or something, because we're people.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I come in to represent everybody, not just
We're all
one color.
Jamaicans.
Whether you're green, whether you're orange, whether you're no color. When
Right.
I become the member of parliament for Northeast St. Catherine, I'm
Yes.
representing everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, I said to the man, him taking me on, and I said, look here, it don't look good. It's taxpayers' money that is fixing the road. It's not the member of parliament money. It is tax paying me, you, everybody. Put on a different shirt. He must say, oh, it's them fixing it. I said, no, it's we. So it is I find that very disturbing, and it should not be happening. It doesn't matter where in Jamaica, it should not be happening. So the road's bad. We now no water. I have been told by sources that sometime this week, before the end of this week, ground will be broken for a water supply in Riversdale. And
So
it's
hold
coming.
on there now. Hold on there, Mrs. Higgins. You're telling me they have been in power for 9 livelong years. And it's now they feel like to put in a water system up there?
The water is come. It's always coming, and it's always soonest. But what I have to say, start it, because I'm going to finish it. Because the people are tired of the little gimmicks when election time comes around. The little, oh, we're starting this and we're starting that. In 2023, last year, which is the year before last year, time going fast, the then Minister of Water, would then put up one big something and say water coming from here and there and so on, and the money was earmarked. And until today, nothing. But as a lady said to me the other day, Jeffrey, she said, let me tell you something, mummy. Because who don't call me mummy, call me mama, also auntie. Got to pick them because we are for everybody. They said, let me tell you something. You can use Northeast St. Catherine and know of a fact when an election is only 3 months away.
Oh, Lord.
Because that is the only time Northeast St. Catherine get any love. After that, them no business with we. Them just come And I'm going to throw it in here because it is something that needs to be spoken about. Vote buying is rampant in Northeast St. Catherine. When I say it is rampant, it is rampant. On the day of election, the last local government election proved to us in Northeast St. Catherine that on the day of the election, one car around there so with something, one car around there so with something, and unfortunately, our people take the bait. I am saying for those who are listening this evening, for those who have ears to hear, please do not in this general election fall to the gimmicks, because from 1974 to present, the People's National Party has only won twice. 1993, Phyllis Mitchell. 1997, Phyllis Mitchell. And those were the golden years of Northeast St. Catherine. Let us bring it back. And I am the person that is giving you my word as a daughter of the soil, as Mas Oliver, granddaughter from Cocoa Walk. You can't hold me to it. I will work tirelessly to bring back the glory days to Northeast St. Catherine. Our youths need opportunities. We have no little for the youth them in Northeast.
So let me ask you this question, Mrs. Higgins. Let me ask you this question though. You lay out all those that you want to do and what is going on in Northeast St. Catherine. You're saying to me as we speak now that the roads are atrocious. There is nothing being done of substance. Lady Clarence Maris, who I have a lot of respect for her, is in that constituency for over how many months now? How many years now?
Nothing.
And the way how...
Go again.
Pardon me?
Go again. I didn't hear that. Go again.
Yeah, I'm saying that she's in that constituency over what, 9 years now?
No. Well, the sitting member of parliament won in 2020, and there are a lot of persons that still have not seen the member of parliament. They don't know what she looks like.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, that is a fact. You know, I mean, it's in a bad way. There is so much more that can be done. This is what is done. See what is done here? Just to appease, just a little thing here and a little thing there. Nothing of substance that the people of Northeast St. Catherine can say, yes, we are thriving. You know, we're living our best life. And what I'm saying to you, Jeffrey, it is not impossible. We're not talking about things that is not possible, you know. It's not a pipe dream. Our farmers need to have packing houses so that their goods can come to those packing houses and we can start export so that they can earn real foreign exchange. Our communities can start with community tourism so we can bring little Airbnb and up in a mountain dusty top where when you go up there and look over, you see the entire Jamaica because it is so beautiful. Can add on one little room and one tourist. It's not all tourists want to go to Montego Bay and Negril, you know.
True.
Some of them would love to come to a Northeast where they can get them coffee in the morning and cut them 10 and listen to the birds and the bees. But how are we going to achieve that without no road, no water? Some
So
places
true.
not have no light neither, and I have in 2025. You would not believe there are places in Northeast St. Catherine but not have no light.
Hold on there. Hold on, Mrs. Higgins. Hold on a minute for me.
Hold your
Lord
head.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
right. Put your hand on your head and rub your head
Whoa.
because, yeah,
You're
hold it.
saying to me, you're saying to me that in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
21st century Jamaica,
21st century Jamaica.
apart from the water,
Mm-hmm.
majority of Jamaicans have no light in their houses?
Well, I'm talking about Northeast because I can only talk about what I know of a fact. When I am in the hills and the valley of Northeast St. Catherine, only a couple days ago, I was in an area and the people begged me. Them said, do, when you come, because I am coming, when you come, do, we are going to beg you, look about the light for we. Come on, man, we can do better by our people. Why do you choose? It's a choice, Jeffrey.
It
I have
is.
chosen to represent the people. Nobody never dragged me, It's
It
me
is,
taking
yes.
up. So if you choose to represent the people, then represent them and represent them well. You are being paid by the people of this country. Represent them well. Make sure that at least the basic amenities are met.
Indeed.
Water is life. Water is life. People have to be buying water for how much thousands of dollars.
But isn't a burning shame that Jamaica is well renowned of the land of wood and water?
Land of wood of water and
And
water.
a lot of people, a lot of people are not gonna like what I'm gonna say. But it's the truth. The two political parties in our country has failed the people to come on to water. And I think the time has come for all of us in this country to call a spade a spade. And I pray and hope that if you get in as member of parliament, and if the People's National Party get in as government, that they will try and solve Jamaica's water crisis once and for all, because Jamaica has water in this country throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica. You have springs. And same will love to borrow money from the
Yes,
Chinese, borrow some money from the Chinese,
yes.
and dig into Jamaica's water system. They gave away,
I
they gave away
mhm.
how much acres of land in St. Anne's? Jamaica's watershed land, they gave it to the Chinese all in the name of road.
I'm telling you, and the water is here. I drive to a little place called Gube the other day. I was going around there. And on my right hand side, there's no road. Let us not mention that. No road. But we have to go to where the people are. And I'm driving, and when I'm looking along, coming down from the hills of St. Catherine, one spring after the other, after the other, after the other. And the people in Gube have to be doing today as we
Mhm.
speak, catch water from the river. Or go down a river, go bathe.
What?
Go down a river, no water. It is a shame. And I have to. It is so sad that over the years, the people of Northeast St. Catherine has continuously given the Jamaica Labour Party the nod. And I think that is why you ever know when you ever say somebody take somebody for granted?
Yes, yes. And
And granted going in, you know.
and I think over the years, politicians in this country has taken the Jamaican people for granted, and it
It's
needs to
take for
stop.
granted. They say anybody come an artist, anybody come in at that color an artist, the people going run out. So they just leave it at that because the people going run out. But I'm saying change is coming. The people of Northeast, we have to be deliberate. We have to be serious about it this election and make sure that we do the right thing to get the change. And I said to somebody, well, I was having a reasoning with some youths. Because some of them just born the other day.
Mm-hmm,
One of
mm-hmm,
them said to me, him tell me some in granny, where him say, if you cut my granny, is that color blood?
mm-hmm.
And she said, look here, me I come out and me I go give the young girl a chance. My Oliver granddaughter can used to carry me go and market Me go give her a chance because then get 40 yard and I mean no move from where me there. So give her a chance. And I'm echoing that across the length and breadth. Give me a chance. They have had their chance, you know.
Yes.
It is not a case, Jeffrey, that they can say that they have not been given the opportunity to serve. So from 1974 to present, out of that time, we only get 8 years. The time come to give somebody else a chance. See what me can do.
Oh, in Northeast St. Catherine, comrade, what is the plan for the youths when it comes on to work and community centers and training centers? What's the plan that you have if you should win that seat?
Let me tell you the plan that I have. I'm going to get to the plan while I say this to you. And I have to bring this up. If I was a farm work ticket, I wouldn't be sitting in front of you. The farm work program is one of the best programs in Jamaica. Let me make that absolutely clear. As a child, the first TV my grandfather get or bought was from a man who got on farm work named Lloyd. Them time everybody get up a yard for watch TV, you know, because we want to have it the time back in the days. Farm work has given to the people of Northeast St. Catherine so much. Families have been able to send their kids to school. So much has happened. But I'm setting the foundation for that to say the majority of our youths, when I meet them, because I have to ask them what they want to know.
Yes.
Because I can't come with all of the plans I want to know. I have to have the conversation with them and I have to say to them what it is that you would want from me to serve you. And I tell them, say to you, Mummy, all I want is a farm work ticket, you know. That's all I want. I just want to go foreign. There will not be enough farm work tickets to give to everyone. That is a fact. There will be some, but there will not be enough. My plan, what I intend to ensure happens in Northeast St. Catherine, each division, Geisel, Mount Industry, Troja, needs to have a proper skill training center. So our youth can get a skill. Get a skill for life, you know. Anywhere in the world you go, you can use that skill, you know.
Indeed.
Go to North America, but go to Europe. So that is one of the first things that I'm going to, because it don't exist now. It don't exist. I'm going to ensure that the youths get an opportunity to get training in areas that can ensure that they have sustainable living. I'm also say to the youths, get involved in farming. We can make money out of farming. Farming and I like the old time farming, you know, where you just go a bush in a water. Me talk about now farming that we can ensure. And what I'm going to say, we will find the markets. Because you don't expect a little farmer, we're up in a Geisel top or Mount Industry top, to go to North America and find the markets. Our turmeric, our ginger, our lemongrass, you name it. Our cocoa, you understand me come from cocoa walk?
Hold on there. You say lemongrass. Don't say lemongrass, say fever grass.
Fever grass, thank you.
Yes.
Fever grass, right? The cocoa, me come from cocoa walk. When I was a child, you know, we used to sell the cocoa, you know, to Richmond over Highgate, you know. We some of the best cocoa in Jamaica. We need to bring back these things on a wide scale for export.
Yes.
But we cannot do those things, Jeffrey, unless it is deliberate. And some of the things I was saying on another program I was on the other day, I have some things that I'm speaking about, things that because you have to have a plan, you know, you can't come to people and say, you know. Because the people go and say, but it don't make no sense. Where they planned it, right? But some things, the finer details will not be said right now. Because if you say it, then take it and run
So
with
that I heard my good friend Damon Crawford with it. And I when is this meeting?
It's true.
Yes. So
It is true. It is a fact.
so tell yes.
So yeah, go
So
ahead,
tell me
Jeffrey.
now,
Hmm.
the plans that you have for Northeast St. Catherine when it comes on
Hmm.
to the youths, because youths are our future. What plans you have
Yes.
for them? Because I'm pretty much sure you pass some of them going like this and
Yes. Yes.
drinking
As I
Tennessee and all kind of
train,
stupidness.
we have the training, so we're going to ensure that there's training in
Mm-hmm.
welding, tiling, all electrical engineering. We're also thinking about air conditioning training so that they can get proper work. But one of the most important things I'm thinking about is the artificial
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. Technology. This age is a technology age, You give a child. The other day I was walking and I saw him can't more than 2 years old and I stop at the
Mm-hmm.
house talking to them. And he say, Auntie, is he up on TikTok? He can barely talk. But him tell me, Auntie, I see you on TikTok. So this age, we have to ensure the artificial intelligence, we have to ensure that it is in our plans so that the youths can
Yes.
benefit from that. The digital age is there and it's their age. We have to ensure that we put things in place so that they can benefit. So for the youths, we're thinking about the AI. We're thinking about the training, right? Also, they can also benefit from the community tourism. Northeast St. Catherine have some low-hanging fruits,
Mm-hmm.
There are some places in Northeast St. Catherine, but we just have to push up our answer and pick the fruit
Mm-hmm.
when it comes on to tourism.
Mm-hmm.
When we do things, the youth who we see a go so
Yes.
and a go so and a roll can get
Yes.
jobs. Because as I said, most of them want a farm work ticket, but we won't have enough to give to everybody. So we have to ensure that those that are here are able to live properly, take care of their kids, send their kids to school, take care of their
Mm-hmm.
grandparents. Because a lot of live with the
Oh
grandparents,
yes, I know.
which is another topic I have to talk about. When I walk the length and breadth of Northeast Jeffrey, numerous. It pains my heart. They give how much time I call my grandfather
Yes.
name. Cause you know what I mean. Me love him, and him did love
Yes.
me. I'm a first grandchild, and you know that go.
Yes.
So I have a very soft spot for the elderly. We are not taking care of our elderly people in Northeast St. Catherine, and that is something that I have close and dear to my heart. We have to put programs in place. The past is not
Mm-hmm.
enough. Because I'm going to say this. Some of the people them are coming in a little
Mm-hmm.
closer. That is supposed to get the part is not getting it. And some who are not as deserving. Because let me not say they are not to get it. Is them getting
You
it?
know, Mrs. Higgins, let me tell you something. I want to give you, I want to go back and let you finish your point. But I want to say this to you. You're touching a very important point a while ago about the PART program. There is a lady that I know very well. I take her as my second mother. She called me one day. I was in Jamaica. She said to me, "Sir Jeffrey, I'm having a problem." I said, "What is it?" At that time, they gave her some ATM card. Now,
Mhm.
those people, they don't understand what ATM card is. They don't understand what ATM card is. And the poor lady went to the ATM machine. And
Mhm.
when she went there, they took the card from her.
Yes.
The machine took the card from her. She went back down to
Wow.
the office and I given her a ring around. So I
Right.
went down there with her.
Mhm.
Would you believe me? Until this blessed day as you and I speaking, she have never got my refund. And that is the day when I said to myself, I went on the program, I was on Roots FM then, and I said,
Yes.
you know, there is something going on done by the Labor and Social Security Office. I said some hanky
Yes. Yes.
panky going on down there.
Yes,
And
man. I had a situation a couple months ago where, let me tell you, politics. Me love to talk about Northeast, you know. I know there's the broader
Yes.
Jamaica, we have the macro and the micro, but I am a Northeast girl, so I tend to come back home to Northeast when I talk.
Stick a pin there. One
Couple
moment for
months,
me.
yeah,
We're gonna have joining us
sure,
my good friend Garfield Reed. He's also a journalist in South Florida. He decided to join us and
yeah,
want to ask you a question. But Garfield, let Mrs. Higgins finish up point. You can ask the question.
Sure.
sure. I am saying, couple months ago, it would seem, or let me say, it appear that there was some political thing going on where the PATH program was concerned in Northeast St. Catherine, right? Certain things happened and I had to make calls to say, look here, it don't look good. We know when election coming, it get crazy, and for votes, people, but look here, our people are our people. Oh, and I'm going to say this about the past. I was walking only last week and I went to a house. The lady has 3 kids. None of them not going to school. None.
My God.
None of them are school age. I don't think one of them reached 10 yet. She's not working. The grandmother's not working. When I saw the condition, I said, oh my gosh. She is in need of path. Just the entire situation. She needs help. And she said she apply and then come. And she not get it.
You know what I believe, Mrs. Higgins? That those people that send around to investigate and whatever who can get it, I believe some of them is vindictive, you know. I believe some of them know what on earth they're doing.
Sad. It is sad because sometimes, that's why I tell you, the politics has creeped into, unfortunately, the politics has creeped into a lot of these agencies. And it is sad when I see a mother like that with 3 kids that are of school age. She only messaged me today, strange enough, for talking about it. And I am going to find help for her. Because even if it's outside help of path, I'm going to help her.
Yes.
Because she messaged me, she said, Mom, with the year now, not with the really not have nothing to eat. And I believe her.
But
She's not
but
like
isn't the Prime Minister that Jamaica has the lowest employment rate in the history of this country? I'm gonna have Garfield coming on in. Wherever you're listening from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, this is the Make We Talk program. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We're speaking to Mistress Andrine Higgins. She is the candidate for Northeast St. Catherine from the People's National Party. Mr. Reed?
Yeah, good night. Good night, Jeffrey. Good night, Mrs. Higgins. And I
Good
just
night.
like your innovative mind and your energy, the enthusiasm that you are bringing to your constituency in Northeast St.
Thank
Catherine.
you.
And I hear you talk
Thank
about
you.
farming, which
Yeah.
is good. I mean, that's food security.
Absolutely.
And I just want to ask a question. Yam.
Sure.
Do you know what's the
Yes.
cost for a pound of yam in South Florida today?
I can tell you, I know that one breadfruit costs £30 in the
Okay,
UK.
good. But let us stick with yam. How much a pound of yam in Jamaica
Yes.
at the retail market?
Maybe, I don't know, could be 100
Okay,
or
so
$200.
$200, right? Okay. A pound of yam in South Florida today. And remember now, South Florida is Kingston 21. Okay? All right.
That's correct.
A pound of yam in South Florida today is approximately $5.50 per pound US, which equivalent of for close to 800 Jamaican dollar. Now,
Wow.
the reason why I say this, and we are talking about farming, and we are talking about getting the youths in the farming, getting the youths back into the ground and to use the innovative way of doing farming.
Yes.
What we find in Jamaica, why it may not be encourageable to farm, it's a certain set of people who are in control of the export market. And when they come to buy the yam from the locals in the localities, they are paying these people for penny and penny for their goods. And they are
Mm-hmm.
not giving these people the incentive. So these people are encouraged to plant because if somebody know that there's a market
Mm-hmm.
out there for them and they can get top dollar for their goods, it will be
Which there
encouraging.
is, which there is a
And there
large
is a
market.
large market. But the reason why I say this, I want when people
Mm-hmm.
like yourself and Damian Crawford speaks, is to let the local man know what the
Yes,
costs that in the export
yes,
market. So these are
yes,
people can demand better for their grown
yes.
provisions. We
I
talk about
agree. And that's how the government comes in. Because really and truly, government should ensure that we are protecting our farmers even to the end. So we have to make sure that we have policies in place that then nobody not come rip off the farmer them and want to give them pennies for what they have,
exactly.
what they've worked
And I
hard to
mentioned
do.
South Florida, but I want you to go a bit further. Even in
Mm-hmm.
Central Florida, the cost for that same
Yes,
pound of yam gone up about $8 a pound. Okay,
yes,
and
yes,
remember,
yeah.
these people, the major conglomerates, they are shipping and exporting to all over North America and Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that people need to point out to show the vast profit that these companies are
Yes,
making. And I want people to stop, to take a look. And this is what I would say this to you, Mrs. Higgins. You are running for a
yes.
political seat, but we have
Mm.
major conglomerate in Jamaica that is making sometimes 200%, 300% profit. Okay?
Mm.
And guess
Mm.
what? And guess what? These are the people now can come back into the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
communities and to give back a helping hand because
Yes.
they are
Mm-hmm.
getting the margins and they are when you listen to their third quarter report and first quarter report you hear it,
Yes.
but the
Mm-hmm.
man on the
Mm-hmm.
street he's not paying attention to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Garfield, I don't have Mrs. Singh, you don't have enough time with us here. So I want her to go back into what you're saying is about for about Northeast St. Catherine too, but I want her to go back into Northeast St. Catherine now. Because when it
Yeah.
comes on to healthcare, what is the
Oh,
plan that you have for healthcare in that community? Because do they have a health center? Can they walk to a health center?
oh, we do have health centers, but we have issues with having doctors at the health center. And I'll just use one for example. We have a health center in Redwood. Redwood serves a lot of neighboring communities, Jubilee, March Street, whole heap of people. But yet still there's no doctor.
Hmm. What is the reason why they're not coming
That's
there? What's the
pardon
reason
me?
why the doctors are not coming there?
I think that is more at the national
Hmm.
level. I'm not sure, where the Ministry of Health comes into that, but there's no doctor. The doctors obviously would have to come through the Ministry of Health, but there are no doctors that are placed. For example, at a Redwood, we also have an health center in Troja, and we have one in Riversdale that I think a doctor maybe come there once a week or something. But Jeffrey, we have to do much better than that for the healthcare, because the truth is we have a lot of elderly. We have people that really don't have the money. They don't have the money, to take up to say them going to go Spanish Town or they're going to go to Linstead. So one of the things that we will have to do, and I hope Dr. Dawes is listening as the spokesperson on health, is that one of the things that the People's National Party will have to do is to upgrade these health centers that we have. We have in Troja, we have in Riversdale, we have one in Redwood, and I think we have one in Mount Industry and in Glengorf. They need to be upgraded so that people can come. You need to get your dressing, at least have a doctor there more than just now and then. Have our doctors so that our local people can come and be taken care of where their health is concerned. So that is something that I am, as I said, I hope Dr. Dawes is listening, because the People's National Party, when we form the next government, we will have to be deliberate. We will have to be deliberate when it comes about healthcare. We'll have to be deliberate when it comes about the roads. We'll have to be deliberate when it comes about the water for the people, the infrastructure. Because I can tell if we don't do the right thing by the people, we're going to have a problem. The people are depending on us. The people of Northeast St. Catherine, if they give me that opportunity, I know they're depending on me to do the right thing. Because they're going to say they're not see it for how long. So me come in and me now do not mean a problem, you know.
Yes.
I will be serious problem.
Oh.
Because they're expecting me as I come, I must make sure that I can effect some change.
I want you to commit to something here on this platform tonight. Same way you walk hills and valleys to speak to the people. You take off all your clocks. You cross river.
I don't wear clocks. I don't have no clocks.
I'm
I
just
don't have no
kidding.
clocks.
You take off your heels to cross rivers and so forth.
No, man, when I go in the Northeast, you know, sometimes because we get a lot of rain, you know, that's why I don't know we short of the water.
Oh.
But we have to wear my water boot, you know.
Whoa.
Because we have to go down there. But yes, continue
Yes,
what you're
and
saying, Jeffrey.
will you, when you become the next member of parliament, will you continue walking the hills and valleys in Northeast St. Catherine and say to the people, this is what I'm going to do for you, you get it done? On weekends or every other weekends, they go in the constituency, you have meetings with them asking, what do you want us to do? You talk to them. Are you prepared to do that?
I am committing. Yes. I wonder if I should take off the glasses so they can see my face
yes.
good. Yes. I am making a commitment. My word is my bond. I don't have nothing else but my word. To the people of Northeast St. Catherine, that if you give me that opportunity, which I hope you do, to become your member of parliament, your servant, I will not let you down. I will continue to walk, talk, meet the people, and ensure that the needs of the people are met in Northeast St. Catherine. I will represent you with all that I have at the highest level, because my allegiance, you know, I love my party, and I'm a comrade, and I'm a PNP, and I will never ever leave my party, because I believe in the fundamentals of the People's National Party. I believe the People's National is the party that lifts people from the bottom up. But I'll use this platform to say my allegiance will be to the people of Northeast St. Catherine. I will represent them with everything that I have in me to ensure
Continue talking for me.
that they get the representation that they deserve. The people of Northeast St. Catherine deserve better. The people want the road. The youths want the development. They want the work. The elderly needs to be taken care of. The farmers want to ensure that their goods can go to market. So much. The people who don't have light up in some of the areas, but there's up in Walker, so many little places and some little nitty and gritty. We deserve better in Northeast St. Catherine. And I'm saying to you, if you are able to give them, when you add it up over the years, take out the 40-something years, give me 4. Give me 4 or 5. We don't know how much then when the time comes, what it will work out to be, 4 or 5. But I am saying to you, give me that opportunity. I will not let you down. Not just the fact that I'm a daughter of the soil, you know, because you can come from somewhere and not still connected to the place, you know. but I am connected to Northeast St. Catherine. I still have cousin there. My grandfather buried there. I still have friends there when I got to primary school with. Because I went to school in Northeast, you know. A little school called Harewood All Age. Up in the Troja
Okay.
division. And I went to a little basic school with Miss Enid called Cocoa Basic School. Them time them show you how to write. Nobody now show nobody how to write. No. Them stand up behind you and make you curve your letters. That's why I write so pretty. Right? I'm from the Cocoa. I will make Williams feel Cocoa proud. That a daughter who used to sell half a bread, because I grew up in a shop, you know. My grandfather was an entrepreneur, a big word now, you know, but he was a shopkeeper. And back in the day, he was at the time maybe one of the very few persons that had a shop. So I was selling in the shop. I could barely see over the counter. Because I'm not so tall, you know. Even though I maybe look tall here now, right? But I used to sell the half a bread, the big Gila aisle, dig out the chicken back out of the thing and sell it, wrap it up and sell it. So I am saying to the people of Northeast St. Catherine, give me the chance. That's all I'm asking you for. Give me an opportunity to serve you, and I will not let you down. And that is my word, and that's all I have. Your word is my bond. There's so much, Jeffrey, so much that can be done. As I said, I can only lay out the plans in certain details. I can't go down in the nitty-gritty because election is coming, you know. It is coming. It is here. I was on another program the other day and I said, I am calling it because I know it is only months away because Northeast start get little fix up and start come out of them van now. So me know say they're close. It is upon us. But I'm saying to the people this time, whenever it is calling 2025, Northeast St. Catherine people, come out. Give the People's National Party a chance again to serve you. Because our dear mother Phyllis Mitchell, may her dear soul rest in peace. She gave us the best in Northeast. I want that baton. I want it to be handed to me, from her to me, to say, Andrine Higgins, go with it, run with it, do right by the people. And I can't say it enough, Jeffrey. When I say people, I mean everybody. I don't want PNP alone to think that they may come alone, come serve. The PNP, the no P, all the P's.
Are you? This country is going into an area in which they're talking about constitutional reform. And why I'm touching on that is because majority of our Jamaican people has never seen a copy of the Jamaican Constitution, have never read the Jamaican Constitution, do not know the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom.
Absolutely.
If Andrine Higgins should become the next member of Parliament for North East St. Catherine, are you prepared to go and have town hall meetings? Are you prepared to say to the Constitutional Affairs Committee, come in this constituency, sit down with the people and talk with the people? Because a lot of Jamaicans believe that they vote for Andrew Holness as Prime Minister, and they did not. The people of his constituency voted for him. And because he is the leader of the party, he ended up becoming Prime Minister. From 1962 until now, not one single Jamaican have ever voted for a Prime Minister in this country. And I believe that the Jamaican people need to vote for a leader, and they want to vote for a leader. I do not believe that if we are going to have constitutional reform, that we must have a ceremonial head appointed by a prime minister. Your take on it. Do you believe, because I think the People's National Party want a ceremonial head. Your views on it. Are you prepared to sit with your people in your constituency and ask them, what do you need?
I am very prepared for that, Jeffrey. One of the things, let me tell you, what one of the biggest problem and why it is that for Northeast St. Catherine, we have to go to the people. Numerous of people in Northeast St. Catherine don't have no connectivity. That is another problem that we have. So you see, as much as we have how much people are on the social media now, some of them, in some of the little nooks and cranny, don't have no connectivity, which is also something that must be addressed. Whether it's flow is the problem, or digital is the problem, or the government is the problem, it must be addressed. Because in today, 2025, it is sad to know that's another thing that a lot of people are asking me to do, to be connected, to say, answer your question. I will have to do that. Because as I tell you, my allegiance is to the people of Northeast, The people of Northeast have to know. And if it means going to them, sitting with them at the bar, sitting with them at the farm, wherever it takes me, I am going to go to the people, even after the election is long gone, to ensure that we do well by the people and let the people decide. That is what I will say where that is concerned. Let the people decide what it is that they want. It is not for us. That is why, Jeffrey, when I'm walking, let me just give you an idea of when I walk and I meet somebody. And I'm going to role play. Hi, how are you? I am Andrine Higgins, the MP caretaker for Northeast St. Catherine. And the person might say who they are, and we start a conversation. I never, ever ask a constituent which party they vote for or voting for in that conversation until it reaches there. Because when I meet you on the first couple minutes, that's not my interest. My interest is to know if you're a resident of Northeast St. Catherine, right? What are your needs? What it is you would like to see done? Whether it is you're going to say to me, boy, you have the phone and the phone don't even make no sense. Because me can't talk to my daughter foreign. If me not go around this and catch you up, me can't talk to her. Or it is, that is the water. Or if it's the farm work. Whatever your needs are. That is the conversation. 9 out of 10, we will get to where you tell me, say, boy, me I live right though, but me glad you talk to me. Because normally they not talk to you get where I'm going? So I am saying, I am prepared to have the conversation with everybody.
Yes.
I am prepared to sit with you and have that conversation wherever you are. I will come.
What is your views though?
Up here, I am going to come to you.
What is your
and let
Sorry.
decide.
Finish your thoughts.
No, I was saying, because you had asked a question about constitutional reform. And I'm saying to you, I will go to the people and I will speak to them. I will let them know exactly what is on the table. But as I said, let the people decide. We don't own the people, We are servant of the people. Let the people decide.
What is your views though? What is your views on the whole idea that if we are breaking away from the so-called monarch and we want to become a republic, but we're still hanging on to the drippings of England, and the people are not having a say in the reforming of a Jamaican constitution, and they want to put us as Lord of mercy. I have calls coming in. People start calling me now for you. Hello, good night. Welcome to the program. You're live.
Yeah, good night, Jeffrey. I want to speak to Miss Iggy when she finished. When she through, I am from Northeast St. Catherine, right up a junk of it.
She hearing
So
you.
as
Go
soon
ahead.
as
She hearing you. Go ahead.
all right, Miss Higgins, good night.
Good night, ma'am. How are you?
Yes, my name is Patricia. I'm from Dunkel, Jankopring, PSC, Georgia.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So me I tell you, me come from Northeast St. Catherine. Me used to work with Phyllis Mitchell, but me used to vote
You
over
know Oliver
Central St.
Bailey?
Mary.
You know,
Hold on.
No.
you know
Hold on.
Oliver
She's
Bailey?
asking a question. You know Oliver Bailey?
Yes, man. Me know Mr. B.
Ma-
Oh, yeah, Mr. Bailey, Oliver Bailey used to run market truck. Me used to go up on Bailey truck that market for Gube.
I'm
Yeah,
a
man, tell.
grandfather, that. That's my grandfather.
Oh, me know Johnny. Me know your grandfather. So who are for your parents? Who are for your
Bev.
mother?
Bev and my
Yeah,
mother. You know
well,
Bev?
me know Bev. Me know Oliver. Me know Ferdy.
Ah.
Me know the
Oh,
whole
wow.
world.
You know everybody. You
Me
know
used to go.
everybody.
Yes, me used to go up on Oliver truck that market. So me I tell us say
All
me a
right.
Northeast
Welcome.
woman. I live in
All
St.
right,
Ann
ma'am.
now, and me's a favorite one, Jeffrey Show. Me live in St. Ann. And the other day,
Okay.
I go home. I go around them, sister come and we
Mm-hmm.
go around. But being as
Mm-hmm.
to the position where me there in a St. Ann, them a tell me about
Yes.
Blackson Edge Road, say me drop out of a guy's hill and go down Post Road, go down Windsor,
Oh,
and
right.
drop on
Right.
Louisiana and to go Post Road.
Yeah, man.
Miss
I know
Higgins,
exactly what you're talking.
when me
Yeah.
reach a peach shop, a Windsor, and if
Uh-huh.
turn down to go a Post Road, Almighty God, me not find a road. Me have to call one man from the
Karanapa.
country and say to him, say, look here, me no never last, you know. But me da Windsor, me can't find a road for good out. He said me have to turn back and go to outside to drive around.
No, we're laughing, but it's true.
Look here,
Mom, I
when
went
we
on that
do,
same road couple
it was
weeks ago. There's
and
no road.
I was, the driver was driving a four-wheel I vehicle, so we can't manage the road that we go through. When we reach a post road, we turn down the hill now
Yes.
to come and switch. Mighty God of Daniel, me nearly last. Place where me used to put 300 cane pan cat and steer it just go down the hill. Cause you know, so from post road to go down and
Yes.
switch. Me now have to push it.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Know
gonna tell
exactly
you.
where you're at.
All right. You
Mm-hmm.
see where listen now, you see where I left Janko Spring, going to Mangrave, me have
Mm-hmm.
a lateral up this. And the whole of the top side
Mm-hmm.
are broke way. One piece of broke with the right as a left junk up going to Mangrave. Right? Around the me
Mm-hmm.
a plan I figure make me dream one. But it come like it now make even when Miss Mitchell used to run, Miss Mitchell run pipe run then.
But hold on,
Phyllis
hold
Mitchell
on,
run
Miss
I
pipe
B.
run.
know.
Miss B, hold on,
Yeah.
I
Why you
know.
talk about make your dream home this and your friend promised you Silicon Valley?
I'm an idiot. Right now, him not here have the silicon Montesi Valley. Him not have the silicon right now Montesi Valley. Mm-hmm. So
Miss B, can I make it snappy for me because I have a next program to go on to, and I
yeah,
want to finish with Miss Higgins.
yeah. So what I'm saying, I wish you all the best, and we have some strong comrade around there. But however,
Thank
me
you.
realize them, labor right them buy them out. So me wish you all the best,
Oh,
and you
thank you,
can
mom.
you can take the water from when you go to Page
Yeah.
Grove. Let me tell you where water there. When you go to Page Grove, you go up there hill there. That's where the natural feed water there. And one day a
Yeah,
junk up
man. We
in
know.
pipe, so that can fix up and get
Yes.
water. And if you give them water
Yes, man.
on road, you will get them because no farming now go around there. And we used to farm and go and market for Oliver truck, Nev truck,
I
Mikey
have
truck, and you
a
name them. All
Ah,
right.
yes, yes,
All right, Miss
All
B.
yes.
right.
All
So you
right, you
know,
take care. All
yeah,
the best.
man.
All right, Miss
Yes,
B. Yes,
yes, good.
Miss
All
Higgins.
right. All right.
Yes. One final point I'm gonna ask you, Miss Higgins. One final question I want to ask you. I know I supposed to ask you. Yes, your views on the whole idea of appointing a person as president. Do you believe that should have a
Mm-hmm.
ceremonial head, or do you believe that Jamaicans should vote for the prime minister or the president? You can't be PNP hat.
Um.
You're a Jamaican citizen now.
Yeah. No. 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 Not. Not. I don't. Not the PNP. As I tell you, you know. I am Jamaican first,
Mm-hmm.
actually. Let me put it this way, Jeffrey, because a lot of persons are listening, and we have to sometimes break things down so people can understand what we're talking about. As you said earlier on, we talk about constitution and all of this, and a whole leap our people do not
Yes.
understand what we're talking about. There might be even persons on this program don't understand. You see that question you just asked me? Some people might not even understand
True.
what you're asking. But what I will say in simple layman terms, and I said it earlier on, let the Jamaican people decide what it is that they want to do. Let it not be us that make that decision. Let the people decide what it is they want to do. Let us bring it to the people and let the people
Mm-hmm.
decide. It is not for us to decide.
How crime is in Northeast St. Catherine? Does the police have a proper
Um,
police station to have cars and so forth?
we we have quick good you could ask that question because a couple of months ago, but we got it back now. We were out for a while at Riversdale without a vehicle, but it is now back. And we have Glengoff. So we have two police stations really that serves
Mm-hmm.
us. Crime isn't really all, it's not out of control or anything like that. We're really the police in both in Glengoff and in Riversdale, which I do try to ensure, that from time to time, make a call, check on
Mm-hmm.
them, asking them if they're okay and so on. And things seems to be going fairly well where they're
Yes.
concerned. So it's just a matter of, ensuring at all times they have different things that they have to deal with. Sometimes them have to. The other day, one of the officers was telling me they had to go and draw out a man out of some place up in Bamboos Ridge or somewhere because stuck on the bad road.
Mm-mm.
You know, so a lot of things. But we do have police vehicles now in both police stations, and they're doing a very good job. And I must applaud them for that. So it's just about really keeping that together and ensure that Northeast remain as much as possible
Mm-hmm.
crime free. We're a beautiful constituency and we always want to keep it that way.
As we go, as we're gonna say goodbye from this platform tonight, I want you to speak
Yes,
to your people of Northeast St. Catherine. Speak to your people.
yes,
Talk to them. The plans you have for them, what
right.
you want, what you're gonna do for them.
Yes,
Speak to your people now.
yes. Okay. My North family, and I like to say my family because that is the way that I view every single one of you in Northeast St. Catherine. I don't see color. When I see you, I see people. I am saying to you, give me an opportunity to represent you. Give me an opportunity so that I can ensure that you get proper roads. I can ensure that you get sustainable, portable water. I can ensure that our youth who is the future of this country, I can ensure that you are taken care of. You get the skill training, you get the digital age to ensure that you can do all the things that you need to do to be successful. I am saying to my people of Northeast St. Catherine, give me the chance, give me the opportunity to come and work for you. I promise you, I give you my word that I will work with all that I have in me to ensure that the people of Northeast are taken care of. For the people that is out there in the diaspora, we have a whole lot of people out there in Northeast St. Catherine diaspora. I say to you, get on board. Get on board. I personally am looking for volunteers. We need volunteers in all the areas, whether it's fundraising, whether it is to just make some calls to some people. I am saying to you, Northeast St. Catherine, wide and far, whether you're in Jamaica, whether you're in North America, anywhere in the world you are, I cannot do it alone. It is impossible for me to do it alone. Assist me, help me. I'm going to put my number out there. It is 876-869-8860. Feel free to reach out to me. I am here for you. I am here to serve you. I love you all and may God bless you. And Jeffrey, thanks again for the opportunity. Really appreciate
You
it.
are
And
you are welcome, and do not be a stranger to the Make We Talk program.
okay, I won't. I will be
Indeed,
back.
and please tell your colleagues and friends that hey, Jeffrey's friendly. He may
Yes.
go on mad sometime, but he's friendly.
But you never rough me up so much. Not Jeffrey, you have a good one and may God
Same to
bless
you,
you.
and I
You
wish you
take
all the
care.
best in your
Love.
political endeavors, and I hope
Yeah.
you win.
Thank you. I hope so too. You
Same
have
to
a
you.
good
God
one.
bless. Bye
Bye
bye. We're
bye.
speaking
Okay.
to none other than one of Jamaica's younger politicians to be, Miss Andrine Higgins from the People's National Party. Tonight we're going to switch gear to none other than our good friend, Major Smith. Put on your camera, no man. Major? Yes, there he is. We're going to speak to none other than Major Robert Finney Smith from the former Jamaica Defense Force Major, a Jamaican of the soil, a man who loved his country. The first time I heard him speak was a video I saw with him. And when I saw him and I hear what he was saying, I said to myself, I have to get in contact with this man. And it took me a little while to get in contact with him. But tonight, we're going to speak about the security of our country and the way how Jamaica is going now. 58 Jamaicans has been murdered in this country since the start of the year. I'm going to also play a video. I'm going to speak on that video too. And we're trying to figure out what on earth is going on. Is there some people of the Vumvava and the Vumvavi involved in this? And there's a big cover up going on? Maybe. We don't know. Major Smith? I'm not hearing you. Not hearing you at all. Did you, when you come on in, did you allow mic and camera when you come on in? Maybe you have to go out and come on in with the mic and camera. Yes, we're going to speak to none other than Major Robert Finney Smith. We're supposed to have Garfield Reed back onto the platform. Let's see if we're going to have Garfield Reed to come on. Major Smith, you want to come on with camera. You need to come on in with the mic. Oh, there you are. Yes.
I just want to clear up one thing in
Go
terms of
ahead.
production.
Go ahead.
I'm a former subaltern of the infantry in the JDF. I am a current major in the JCCF, the Jamaica Combined Cadet Force, in their training battalion.
Okay, thank you for the correction, sir. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Major, you see what's going on in Jamaica? Spanish Town.
You can't help but see it unless you're blind, deaf, and dumb.
Spanish Town was under siege, where they closed down half of the old capital. What's your take on that as a security expert? What's your take on that?
In a way, it was to be anticipated considering the nature of who they went for.
Mm-hmm.
You have people that you're allowed to get larger than life, and then when you go for them, the effects of their notoriety catch up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what happened with Dudus?
Yes.
Same thing.
Mm.
Nature abhors a vacuum, and where there's no law and order or justice on a regular and timely basis, somebody will get in there and claim that they are able to deliver it.
Hmm. Would you say that the two political parties, or this one then, because this one is in government, would you say that this government fail the people of this country miserably when it comes down to securing the people?
I don't know about saying that they failed them miserably.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying promises made were unrealistic.
Uh-huh.
Steps taken after that are ineffective so far.
Yes.
And if you take comfort from minor apparent gains, you never get your eyes filled with the full target of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, how can I put this? This the country is living in jail. Where you are at your house, I'm almost certain you have grills.
Yes.
So you go to sleep at night, or even before you go to sleep, your grill locked. That's a jail.
Mm-hmm.
The perpetrator of crime is running up and down free. They're not in jail. We in jail.
Mm-hmm.
They can sleep where they want to sleep and don't fear their rest being disturbed.
Right.
If they're that bad a person, they should be sleeping in the bush, fending off mosquitoes and jumping at every sound. But that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. I want to play a video, Major,
Mm-hmm.
that is on news and circulating on social media of an incident that happened at a well-known, I think it's a restaurant or a lounge, Ribbies.
Mm.
I want you to watch this video because based on what this video is saying, that it's alleged that police shoot a young man who's innocent.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what the charge was.
There you go.
There are very few charges in this country that require shooting.
Hmm. I want you to watch two videos. Let's go for the news first.
Why not for kill him? Think him not nobody in the loved ones. Who no wicked. Him man him pitting them. Tea lunch and everything. Him brought them bad. Him look after him three pitting them. Three nice boy pitting my wicked. No found a man no pitting them on the police. When the man found no pitting them like a man him pick me. And him live good. And him alright. Who now wicked. Ribbies.
I want you to watch about this video here. This one here.
Ribbies to cancer. Ribbies to cancer. Ribbies to cancer. Ribbies to cancer. Oh, team phone. Wanna kill the boy innocent. They left him three pitty them. Shout him name. Jermaine. 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 Justice. When they feel like him never have nobody. When they kill him, I put in their body bag. When they feel like him never have nobody. She can't ever spare nobody for time. Yeah. It's about to secure. We want justice. 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 We justice. Them want people spare because we are protest. Them want people spare because we are protest.
Major, your views on that?
There are a number of things that came to my attention. I'm trying to see how to do this delicately. The victim, and I use the term advisedly, worked at the establishment and apparently by all accounts hadn't just started working there, had been working there. There was an altercation of sorts between himself and one of the managers or the owners, which involved, I'm told, allegations of theft.
Mm-hmm.
Said manager's bodyguard intervened or was instructed to intervene. Which one
Yes.
is the truth, I don't know.
Is the manager's bodyguard a member of the Jamaica Conservative Force?
Yes, sir. He's stationed at Denham Town, to the best of my knowledge.
Oh.
Somehow along the way, because I'm told that the young man was filming the entire altercation. And in the parking lot, something occurred prior to the parking lot incident. I am told that the young man was struck in the head with a pistol wielded by the bodyguard. Now, under the law, you can't strike nobody with a gun. That's assault, causing grievous bodily harm if it bleeds. Somewhere between him getting struck, it being observed that he was filming,
Yes.
and what else? Shots were fired, and the young man apparently struck. Now, the questions I have are, what steps were taken to immediately get him to a medical facility?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me show you a little bit of geography. You know where Arden Road is?
Yes.
You know where Andrews Hospital is?
It's not far from there.
It's walking distance.
Yeah.
So you could, if you're seeking save life situation and you're interested in the well-being of the injured party, that is the fastest and closest place to go.
Right.
You don't go all the way. Well, that's just my opinion. Let me leave that as it is. But let us say that the young man succumbed to his injuries immediately or thereabout,
Mm-hmm.
which now brings another question in my mind, unfortunate as it may be. He
Mm-hmm.
works for you. You know who he is. But you transfer the body, let us say, to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where he is put there under a John Doe pseudonym.
Hold on there for me. This young man work at Ribby's.
Yes,
He's a member staff there.
yes, and their own release praised him as a dedicated member of staff. So you know who we're talking about.
Right. And they took him. People from Ribby's or wherever took him to University of West Indies Hospital where he was pronounced dead.
Mm-hmm.
But they gave him a John Doe name.
Yes, when his sister arrived, he was listed as John Doe. No identity.
Is it that they left him out in the parking lot and somebody found him?
No, sir. That's not what my understanding is. My understanding also is that a lot of off-duty policemen do duty there,
Oh.
which again brings another question to mind. Was a crime scene established and was it dealt with properly?
Major Smith, can you say if members of the Jamaica Constable Force are allowed to have work as security apart from being a police officer?
Yes, under certain circumstances it is allowed.
Do you have any idea that when this young man was struck by a bullet, was there any body cam on anybody? The bodyguard.
They wouldn't have had body cams on because they're not doing official Jamaica constabulary duty assigned. But the place is large and filled with a number. So I can tell you that there's probably a number of footages available around the place. The other question is, where is the young man's phone?
So the young man was listed as John Doe at the University of West Indies Hospital.
Yes, the sister gave an evidence if you check back on some of the things she has posted. When she reached there, the other interesting thing is Indicom, I'm told, was present.
Oh.
Because it was immediately then listed as a police shooting. That's the only
So,
way income could turn up.
so my question tonight, Major, was he shot because he was robbing the place? Was he shot because he was assaulting an officer with a deadly weapon? Why was he shot? Do you have any idea, sir?
The officer who it is alleged fired the round would have to explain that to you. I would not say I am going to take the responsibility of explaining that for him. You took a decision to use deadly force and you did. There must be a really good reason why you did so. And if they say he drew a knife, um, it's a little difficult to use deadly force, especially if you're the aggressor and the person draw a knife. So they brought a knife to a gunfight and your reward was to kill them.
And I am being told that it's alleged that the man went over the person and shoot him.
That again is an allegation. I am not willing. If them say a three-side story, your side, my
Yes,
side, and the truth.
yes, yes.
So if there's a witness willing to come forward and give a written statement to that effect, it then enters into evidence. Again, I'm maybe ill-informed, but I'm told that there was no discernible crime scene.
And why was that so?
I don't know. I happen to have knowledge of the person whose car the person was against when he was shot. Car was there
Lord.
because the tire had been punctured.
Oh Lord. So is this situation at Ribby's
Hmm.
linked to another situation in St. Mary where the mayor, Lord Jesus, have mercy, dear God.
It is alleged that some of the participants in the unfortunate circumstance may very well have been present during that or first altercation.
So the first altercation was at Ribby's or
No,
was
the
in St.
mayor's
Mary?
house. The mayor's house.
Oh, the first argument was at the mayor's house,
Hmm.
where the mayor got shot, and I get to understand that
But
some
the mayor
people
didn't get shot. He got chopped,
got
allegedly.
chopped. Yes, got shot. Yeah, got chopped. Yes, and I get to understand that some members of the Vumvuvu and the Vumvuvu of society was up in St. Mary, coming from some high level function.
So I'm made to understand.
Major, what is
Hmm.
this country coming to?
It hasn't come to it. It's gone past it.
My
Well,
God.
when we started this discussion about dons,
Yes, yes.
you know what makes dons able to enter into the space?
Mm.
Justice delayed is justice
It's
denied.
denied.
And somebody rather go up at the Don house and knock on the gate than walk into a police station and give a statement.
Hmm. Mm.
But the problem seems to me that because of his address, one may have felt that they really don't owe too much of an explanation.
As a security personnel, a security consultant,
Hmm.
based on maybe intel that you get, you may can talk about it, or you may cannot talk about it. But based on this that you're hearing,
Hmm.
does the family of this deceased young man have a case, or well, they have a case, but will they ever get justice?
It all depends on how they go about it and who comes to their assistance. Because I don't think that considering, and no disrespect, but considering the address, um, a lawyer who would be able to carry this to fruition is going to be expensive unless the lawyer wants to do it on contingency,
Mm.
which means that him do it for you, and if him win, him take piece of the pie. Also bear in mind it said that the young man have three boy children.
Yes.
So apart from their misery at this point in time, we may be contributing to the vicious and what you call the term now, very angry young men of the future.
Will. Oh, God Almighty.
Then there are people who have had um, experience at the local when it was elsewhere and things,
Mm-hmm.
who say that the attack is commonplace.
Hmm.
And the person, I won't call the name, but the person who centers at is at the center of this apparently. I am told it was at both locations.
Hold on, then, Major. The person who's the center of all of this
Yes,
was at the location of the mayor
yes,
and the location at Ribby's.
yes.
Oh.
This is what I'm made to understand. The other question is the mayor, all right, you're familiar with effects of wounds?
Yes?
If I chop you in your head to the extent that the mayor appears to have been chopped just looking externally on the bandages, your face supposed to swell.
Mm-hmm. Because it is your head, and that's where your brain and everything is.
Yeah. But
The mayor is not swollen at all.
no, the other thing is
Was
he
he really chopped?
he I don't know, but he checked himself out.
And if you have a major head blow,
Had to check back in. The incident I'm told happened in St. Mary, but he spoke to a senior personnel, it is alleged, from St. Anne.
why would you? So hold on there. The senior person in St. Mary, you couldn't be the senior person in St. Mary. Why have they go through to St. Anne? Something not adding up here.
When you find out, let me know if the allegation is true.
Oh, what a tumbled web we weave.
And first we practice too.
And in all of this tangled web, Major Finsey Smith,
Hmm.
until now, the Jamaican people can't know the truth.
Until now. I bring to your attention, or I appeal to your memory.
Yes.
Negril.
Uh huh.
Remember Negril?
Uh huh. If you're going on the same trail that I'm thinking you're going down,
Yes, sir.
where a young man was shot and until now, no justice for his mother.
All 21 rounds. By a team that didn't come from there, came from the other side of the island. Wrong place at the wrong time amounts to wrong person, but that is not a death sentence. And then somebody apparently called the mother and said something online, threatening her about dropping her pursuit of
Mm-hmm.
trying to clear her child's name. And as I said to someone, if that was a gunman situation, I'm not condoning it, but I expect that from them. But
Yes.
this was a police shooting.
But majority of Jamaicans believe that the Jamaica Constable Force is full of gunmen, you know.
Well, most, if not all of them, do carry guns.
Hmm. You know, this case reminds me of something. I don't know if I've ever said it to you. My mother-in-law, my wife's mother, was brutally murdered in Black River, in St.
Mhm.
Elizabeth. Well, in St. Elizabeth, not in Black River. And until this blessed day, nobody know where the station diary is. They tear up the paper of the station diary.
Mm.
Blood evidence was there to know who was the person who was at the house.
Mm.
And I will say this publicly and make no apology to no one. The case was handed over to John Jr. and KD Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and they did nothing about it.
What
The
was
former
that?
commissioner of police, who is now at the Transport Authority, seeking another money from taxpayer. Letter was sent to him. Not a damn thing was done.
What capacity was John Jr. and the
We
other
were,
lawyer involved?
they were retaining them as lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems as if when they hear about the case, why did they stand down? I don't know.
The two gentlemen would have to state of their own accord that answer. But what I'm saying is there is a lot of unfortunate circumstances when it comes to people seeking justice based on who they seek justice against.
Hmm.
I've told you this before, and in parting, I leave you with it again. Jamaica is the largest remaining plantation on earth undergoing the longest slave revolt in history.
And you know the funniest thing, Major Smith?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who was at the scene of the crime
Mm-hmm.
still lives in Montego Bay. This is the Jamaica.
The thing is interesting. You say lives. What
They
has
still live in Montego Bay.
what has kept them alive? Innocence or silence?
The corruption of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has kept them alive.
You see,
And that
sometimes
is why, and
I
that is,
learned in the military, in the infantry.
mhm,
Sometimes you try and get superiority in numbers, but the ability to effectively do the job would be best done by a very efficient section, not a full
mhm,
platoon.
mhm.
So we have gone for numbers. And if you have a whole heap of people doing a bad job, it don't make sense. But if you have a little bit of people doing a good job, it takes them a little longer, but it all comes out in the wash.
You know, and it begs to ask the question, Major Smith,
Mm-hmm.
will those who are seeking justice in our country, like Donnelly Donaldson's mother,
Mm-hmm.
the blind girl who went without a trace behind the University of West Indies gate there,
Mm-hmm.
and others, will they ever get justice in this country?
First thing you have to do is have someone to charge. Or maybe the Lord, in his ultimate wisdom, has sent his angel called karma.
Hmm.
You ever notice sometimes you see things happen to people or people's people? I say, my God, that's sad. How could that happen?
Mm-hmm. Karma reach them.
Karma.
Because somewhere read in the Bible it says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I shall repay.
Exactly. And you don't know how many people can't sleep.
Hmm. You know, they have some members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force who will go around and collect money from people that they can do this and do that. Jeffrey, why are you going on that road?
I'm listening carefully.
And they take people money and bring some bogus this and bogus that to them. You know, it's hard to listen and to watch loved ones that you love cry and know that they will never get justice for their loved one.
Mm-hmm.
That is why a lot of Jamaicans, Mr. Smith, refuse to come back to this country of ours.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaicans refuse to come back to this country of ours. But you know, you said something as we close the program tonight. Is now 8:45. My question to you, Major Smith, as a Jamaican,
Mm-hmm.
you said that Jamaica's the largest plantation still exists.
Largest remaining plantation on earth, undergoing the longest slave revolt in history.
Do you think that this country will ever change for the benefit
It,
of the people of this country?
it can, if we understand something.
Uh-huh.
United States has a thing that says that all men are created equal. Bullcrap.
Yep.
All men are not created equal, or we would all run 9.58. But all men and women should be given equal opportunity. Hope is the gasoline of the human car. But when you have people who have no hope, have no gasoline, so then push the car over a cliff.
Hmm. Like how they push that man car down Spiritual Hill and says a hang himself.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey, why are you trying? Tempt me not.
Major Robert Francis Smith, my good friend, somebody who I look up to, somebody who I, pardon me?
I say I'm very flattered that you could say that.
I look up to you, sir, and I have the utmost respect for you. And, you know, a Jamaican who continue in his own little humble way to see what he can do for this country. Because that's what the late John F. Kennedy said. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Major
Mhm.
Smith, thank you for coming on. Your final words to your people.
Ask yourself a simple question. I am okay, but are my children okay? And will
Mm,
their children be okay? And who can best bring them to a point where they have a future? And then act accordingly.
hmm.
You don't have to have a very large car or a bigger house, you know.
Yes,
You just have to have a voter ID.
indeed. And as I always say, at this election, the soul of Jamaica's democracy relies on we, the Jamaican people.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica's democracy is in the two palm of your hands.
Mm-hmm.
When the time comes for you to exercise your right to vote, Jamaicans, go out there and vote.
And let me tell you what my platform would be if I were in a or the leader of a party or whatever. It's all this constitutional reform or whatever we're saying it is.
Mhm. Mhm.
I have my own thoughts about it, but what should be done is one, you ask, you put it in front of the people and do you agree with this or don't you agree with this?
Yes.
But my thing is this. Now here's where people come looking for me. No member of parliament elected should be allowed to become a minister.
True.
Your election was to represent your constituency. And if you get a ministry to run, you can't represent your constituency, but you're collecting money for it.
Hmm.
Secondly, all of the people who are MPs, prerequisite should be that you live in the constituency. I don't mean have an address, that you live in the constituency. When you don't have water, you must smell dirty too.
True.
He who feels it knows it.
Knows it. Yes.
The next thing is this: ministers should be a job advertised, and you have a board who goes through it. You want to be minister of works? Let me see your engineering degree along with
Right.
your administrative capability.
Just like what the Americans are doing doing their Senate hearing and so forth.
That's
Yes, that's what we need.
so. What you do also know is if you have to send the minister of works on leave permanently, you don't have a political fallout,
Hmm.
as him don't decide whether or not you're prime minister or whatever. You have hired someone to do a job and they get a job description and they don't fulfill it, bye. You don't have to wait
Mm-hmm.
5 years to tell him or her bye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, the people who got up on platforms and told you a whole heap of things must now either justify it or the linchpin of a new constitution must be impeachment.
Yes.
You can't sit there and say, well, them can't do nothing until 5 years. If you mess up, go, bye.
True.
I don't care who you be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have totally forgotten the terminology conflict of interest because our sense of decency is in itself conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
We have made our women folk so busy trying to make a living that they have no chance of raising children and showing them how they should be living.
Hmm.
How do I make up my mind whether the lady who bringing in the money is my mother or my father or both? So I don't understand the roles I'm supposed to play.
Yes.
It is very, very simple. Jamaica looking for complex solutions to simple problems
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Somebody.
you have a lot of people who want to look bright by coming up with things that are very simple.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're a Jamaican, let me tell you what you're entitled to, in my opinion. A roof over your head, food in your belly, and unfettered access to education. Everything else catches up.
Yes. So true. Major Smith,
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you about body cams. Your take on it. Somebody sent me the message a while ago
I
about
endorse,
police body cams.
I endorse it fully. And I also make certain that they not only are worn, but used and interrogated regularly.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, something, I don't know. I keep saying that things shouldn't amaze me anymore. I've seen so much. But can I tell you what amazed me recently?
Mm-hmm.
When your Minister of National Security announced to the entire nation that his public cameras in Jamaica I don't work.
He's telling the criminals, go out and kill who you want to
Yes,
kill. Have mass
make,
shooting.
make a run. That is why somebody can shoot a woman and her children in the car at 7:30 in the morning in rush hour traffic because the cameras don't work.
And yet we're spending billions of dollars on security.
Well, it depends on who get paid.
So if a member of the JCF major,
Hmm.
in your opinion, do not wear the body cam when they go out on the road,
They
when they're
should
on
be
duty,
summarily charged and
they should
hit
do
it
what?
where it hurt. They should be summarily charged and be hit where it hurts in the pocket.
Yes.
Enough, enough of that. You lose the work because there's
Mm-hmm.
something you're hiding.
Mm.
Make it a lawful order. You disobey a lawful order sufficiently, it's over. You can do
You
most of
know,
When I was being trained in Canada, a sergeant major told me something. He said, Mr. Finsey Smith, you can do anything you want, as long as you're willing to live with the consequences.
mm.
Question is, what are the consequences?
Hmm. You know, somebody on my TikTok channel, when we were speaking about justice, and the person said to me on the TikTok channel,
Hmm.
when I said, will Donnelly Donaldson's mother, or my own family, or my other family in the grill, you know who I'm talking,
Yes.
will they ever get justice? And the young lady, the person wrote, will Keith Clark family ever get justice? I know Mr. Clark. I happen to know him.
Hmm.
Met him once. And I've met his daughter once. And it grieved my heart that this country of ours, and I will continue to say this without any apology to no one, This state that we call Jamaica, the government of Jamaica has assassinated a Jamaican citizen on Jamaican soil. And nobody is held accountable for it.
I'm not called to the bar, but I have a little bit of knowledge of law. Let me tell you what it is. Who can get punished for something is usually based on what charge is brought.
Mm-hmm.
If I am said to have murdered someone, I must have the mens rea and the actus reus,
Mm-hmm.
which means I had the thought process and I carried it out.
Yes.
But if I lick them down with a car by accident, misadventure, the result is the same. The person died, and they died as a result of my carelessness. But that's
Mm-hmm.
manslaughter.
Mm-hmm.
If you charge me for murder, you can't win.
Mm.
I never did it on purpose. Didn't have the mens rea. The only time you can have a full crime is when mens rea hug up actus reus.
So
And
there
it's
was
going
no.
to be very difficult if you go to the full extent and say murder and it can't be proven. And they say, okay, manslaughter. That is like almost double jeopardy. So you must research the thing sufficiently to say, can murder stick? If it
Mm.
can't, start with the lesser thing, but something must go there that can stick.
Mm. Who give the order
Well,
to went to Kirkland Nights Falls that night?
well, I don't know enough about that to be able to
Hmm.
speak profusely. But my thing is this, you must know enough about the law, not years of practicing it. There's a saying that I hug up. I heard from a very talented lawyer once, and I'm sorry I can't take it as mine.
Mm-hmm.
Because the law is an ass, but it doesn't mean it must be practiced by one.
Oh. Hmm.
The other
Hmm.
thing in this country, we're in the midst of all of illicit this and illicit that, we need to understand so your eyes get fully focused on the prize.
Yes.
You see, common law,
Mm-hmm.
that's open to interpretation. That's why lawyers make money.
Mm-hmm.
You see, constitutional law
Yes.
is the letter of the law. You can't interpret it any other way than how it's written. It's the letter of the law. Other than that, no constitution would stand on its own.
Hmm. Wow. Major Smith. My heart bleed for my country. And my heart bleed for people who seek justice in this country.
What we need to do is start to give them tips on how to go at getting justice rather than doing it through an emotional response.
Mm.
And Jamaica have all the sayings that will lead you there. Time longer than rope.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
don't drink soup or porridge when it's hot.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
And the easiest way to get a guilty person is make them think they got away with it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because as I always say, or what is going on in our country, the God above will allow them to sit on their bed and confess of their sins that they have done to the people of this country,
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this and make no apology. You see that one they call, and I'm not disrespecting the member of the Jamaica Defense Force because I respect them. But the ambassador of Plentiful in the Prime Minister's office. And the former commissioner of police down at Transport Authority. Hmm. There's a God that sits high and look low. And he does not sleep. He does not wear pajama.
There's a saying, say, by their deeds shall they be known.
Oh, yes.
Innocence has its own armor.
And on that note, I want to say thank you very much, Major Smith,
You're
for
welcome.
coming on.
You're welcome.
Thank you for gracing our platform here tonight. I hope we have been of some help to our viewers and our listeners, our viewers on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and other portals that you may watch us on. Thank you all very much. Join us next week, same time, same place, for an exciting episode of the Make We Talk Current Affair program. We have special guests coming on. I think next week we're going to have another special guest coming on. We're trying to get somebody to speak to us about the clemency of the late Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Hopefully we can get someone to come on there. And let me make something clear again tonight, that we have invited members of the Jamaica Labour Party to come on, and they refuse. Some of them don't answer.
Your call letters are wrong.
Pardon me?
Your call letters are wrong.
My call letters are wrong?
Yes.
Why is it that?
You're Make We Talk. Not, you're not wide. Let me put it that way.
Major Smith, you're something else. In other words, they'll never come on.
I don't say that. Time may come when desperation makes people do strange things.
True. True.
Somebody get up and say, somebody gonna need to talk to him. You talk to him. But somebody have to talk to him.
Indeed, indeed.
As long as your numbers keep rising,
Mm-hmm.
the necessity for them to pay you mine does so inversely.
Major, thanks much for coming on.
You're most welcome, sir.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
This is where I want to say so long for tonight from this program. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. And for all those out there who are seeking justice, one day, justice will come. Because we serve an awesome God. And a God who keep on saying to us, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I shall repay. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I want to say thanks to Mrs. Higgins for coming on. Thanks to Major Robert Francis Smith. Thanks to the producers of this program. On behalf of all of us here at the Make We Talk program, may God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Have a great night, everybody. God bless you. Have a great night. Wow. What's going on here? Good night, everyone.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go.
A plaza make, and you want a shop on the plaza. It's in US dollar.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizen, we can't own nothing down here. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. We need help.
What is the dream for the election that I want to hear from you before me go?
Which election? Sister, me not the funny. I time for everything now. Me not the funny. When me get out of election.
Look like.
Sister, me not get no election. All you hear me the pan radio, the chat. Me never get none from them.
So you don't get any dream?
Me not in election. I God me the seek no because guess what? People they say drop dead so me the repent and go to church back.
They repent. They me not think you did repent long time. Eh?
Me went take over politics and don't have time to say me to read my Bible every morning.
What a shame.
Because me they try to find something to compare with the contact. Some people they get rent pay. Me living on a piece of work back and can't get water. Me go continue to chat about politics, sister. It's blood and teeth against you.
Lord.
Me can't get water whole Christmas upon me pay dinner. Big me when we are 200 and had for the bill upon. Me mad? And if you continue to chat about politics, sister. Nobody with it.
That means it.
Time for everything.
Andrew holding this corner dark then.
Me not nice, sister. Me not go for me not no politics story with you. Me done with politics right now. I'm not talking about politics. Me just suffer Lucia. Nobody not give me nothing at all.
It is finished.
And they chat for radio. They think so. Me just suffer bad and nobody not help me.
Oh
Things
dear.
Right. People they go collect pay and me not get nothing at all. Not even dollar me not get. So me awa.
But you're working?
Me only but working on.
What kind of work you do?
What's the status of about with the right now, yeah? About with the right now. We know that right now. Just people that come by ya, they get their house right there, so them people come every day contract. Not me. And I get the law. Let me go closer where because church and politics don't work. Nobody in a politics needs to go on politics. Let me come outside. If pay me God, they show me sign. Me not get none from me top. Let me go see God face.
What a way me go. All of the politics will be added on to you.
What is wrong with you, sister?
What a way me step in the ants nest, yeah.
Package can't give me.
Eh?
Nothing can't give me.
What is the dream for the election that I want to hear from you before me go?
Which election? Sister, me not the funny. I time for everything now. Me not the funny. When me get out of election.
Look like.
Sister, me not get no election. All you hear me the pan radio, the chat. Me never get none from them.
So you don't get any dream?
Me not in election. I God me the seek no because guess what? People they say drop dead so me the repent and go to church back.
They repent. They me not think you did repent long time. Eh?
Me went take over politics and don't have time to say me to read my Bible every morning.
What a shame.
Because me they try to find something to compare with the contact. Some people they get rent pay. Me living on a piece of work back and can't get water. Me go continue to chat about politics, sister. It's blood and teeth against you.
Lord.
Me can't get water whole Christmas upon me pay dinner. Big me when we are 200 and had for the bill upon. Me mad? And if you continue to chat about politics, sister, no bother with it.
That means
time for everything.
Andrew holding this corner dark then.
Me not nice, sister. Me not go for me not no politics story with you. Me done with politics right now. Me not talking about politics. Me just suffer loose and nobody not give me nothing at all.
It is
finished.
finished.
And they chat for radio, they think so what? Me just suffer bad and nobody not help me.
Oh
Things
dear.
not right. People they go collect pay and me not get nothing at all. Not even dollar me not get. So me what?
But you working?
Me a but me working on.
What kind of work you do?
What's the sister about with the right now, yeah? About with the right now. Me know that right now. Just people that come by ya, they get their house right there pay, so them people come every day contract. Not me. Me not get dollar. Let me go close somewhere because church and politics don't work. Nobody in a politics needs to go on politics. Me come outside. It pay me God. They show me sign. Me not get none, so me with up. Let me go see God face.
What a way me go. All of the politics will be added on to you.
What is wrong with you, mister?
What a way me step in the ants nest, yeah.
Send them one package, come give me.
Eh?
Never send them nothing, come give me.
Remind him, Papa Dad. Dubplate. Get rid of this evil Prime Minister.
That jaded mean you must dip in it. But I say to Andrew Holdings, you better understand that puts a run wild in a jaded.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and vote. Go and vote. I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and
What is the dream for the election that I want to hear from you before me go?
Which election? Sister, me not the panic. I time for everything now. Me not the panic. When me get out of election.
Look like...
Sister, me not get no election. All you hear me the pan radio, the chat. Me never get none from them.
So you don't get any dream?
Me not in election. I got me the seek no because guess what? People they say drop dead, so me they repent and go to church back.
They repent? They me not think you did repent long time. Eh?
Me went take over politics and don't have time to say me to read my Bible every morning.
What a shame.
Because me they try to find something to compare with the counter.
Oh.
Some people they get rent pay. Me living on a piece of water back and can't get water. Me go continue to chat about politics, sister. It's blood that keeps against you.
Lord.
Me can't get water. Whole Christmas upon me pay dinner. Big me when we have 200 hard for the bill upon. Me mad? And me to continue to chat about politics, sister. Eh, no matter with it.
That means
time for everything.
Andrew holding this corner dark then.
Me not nice, sister. Me not go for me not no politics story with you. Me done with politics right now. Me not talking about politics. Me just suffer loose and nobody not give me nothing at all.
It is
It's
finished.
and they chat for radio, they think so. Me just suffer bad and nobody not help me.
Oh
Things
dear.
not right. People they go collect pay and me not get nothing at all. Not even $1 me not get. So me awa.
But you're working?
Me a but no working on.
What kind of work you do?
What's the status about with the right now, yeah? About with the right now. Me know that right now. Just people that come by ya, they get their house right there pay, so them people come every day contract. Not me. Me not get dollar. Then we go close somewhere because church and politics don't work. Nobody in a politics needs to go on politics. Me come outside. It pay me God. They show me sign. Me not get none, so me with up. Let me go see God face.
What a way me go. All of the politics will be added on to you.
What is wrong with you, sister?
What a way me step in the ants nest, yeah.
Send them one package, come give me.
Eh?
Never send them nothing, come give me.
A plaza make, and you want a shop on the plaza, it's in US dollar.
My God.
Rich. Everything are run by China. Road are run by China. Government are run by America. Can I preach? Can I preach? Native citizen, we can't hold nothing down here. Can I preach? Chinese are take over. I feel my belly. Somebody say, whoa. We need deliverance. We need the blood. We need Jesus. We need help. Can I
Remind him Papa Dad. Dub plate.
That
Get rid of this evil Prime Minister.
That jaded mean you must dip in it. But I say to Andrew Holdings, you better understand that puts a run wild in a jaded.
I got arrested a few times. During the 60s, I went to jail 40 times. Since I've been in Congress, I've been arrested another 5 times. And I'm probably going to get arrested again for something. I'm not suggesting that any of you should go out and get arrested. But when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, stand up and say something. Do something. I gave a little blood on that bridge in Selma 53 years ago. I almost died. Some of my friends and colleagues were murdered in Mississippi and other places. I'm not asking any of you to give any blood. I'm just asking you to go and vote like you never voted before. We have to vote. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent instrument or tool we have in a democratic society, and we must use it. Use it. Go out and vote. Let's go out and vote. Go and vote.